The Tobago Cays Marine Park is the only marine protected area in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The 6,450-hectare multi-use land and sea of the park includes 5 primary uninhabited cays. They are Petit Tabac, Petit Bateau, Petit Rameau, Baradal, and Jamesby, and the inhabited island of Myro. The waters of the park has extensive coral reef, seagrass, and sandy bottom habitats, which are home to healthy population of marine life, for example fish, conch, and sea turtles. Similarly, the Cays are also home to a significant population of terrestrial flora and fauna, like iguanas, tortoises, opossums, and birds. The rich biological diversity of the park is further enhanced by the strong seafaring history, like sailing and fishing, of the adjacent islands. Within the past few years, the Tobago Cays Marine Park has lost a number of senior rangers who would have had specialized training in biophysical monitoring and infrastructure maintenance like mooring and engine repair.
We had a staff turnover. People move on to different pastures and so on. So we had a lot of our senior staff. We lost a lot of our senior staff who are already trained in things like biophysical monitoring, scuba training and so on. Hence, we were at a position where we only had one trained staff basically left from maybe. We had about 4 or 5 of them before. We had just one. So we had to get staff up and trained and so on. We also a lot of the machines that we're using, especially the engines and the boats, a lot of them are close to relic.
Our primary patrol vessel were equipped with 2-stroke outboard engines, which are now considered to have poor emission standards and low fuel efficiency. On June 16, 2020, the Tobago Cays Marine Park launched a 1-year project titled Enhancement of Resource Management Capacity within the Tobago Cays Marine Park. The project was funded by the SVG Conservation Fund with a goal to enhance the institutional capacity of the park to effectively fulfill its mandate, which is to protect and conserve the resources of the Tobago Cays. The main project objectives were to reduce the emissions and increase fuel efficiency of the primary patrol vessel by at least 20% at the end of the project, to increase institutional capacity by training at least 4 rangers in in-water activities, for example, monitoring marine resources and maintaining moorings, to establish a comprehensive biophysical monitoring program that would provide the scientific underpinning for the adaptive management process of the marine park by the end of the project.
The Tobago Cays Marine Park and the SVG Conservation Fund, during the life of this project, we've been working very close. We have forged a very good partnership. They have been always there to offer advice whenever we needed it. They've been very supportive in terms of even the dissemination of funds, information, whatever it is, was always on time. I see this as a long-term partnership being developed in here. I hope that we can be able to attract more funding from them and continue this very good working relationship that we will have developed.
In order to achieve the project goal and fulfill its objective, a number of activities were implemented over the 12-month project cycle. In August 2020, the Tobago Cays Marine Park received 4 complete sets of scuba and associated safety and emergency equipment. Also included in the shipment were equipment and tools that would enable us to establish a comprehensive biophysical monitoring program. The equipment such as tanks, BCDs, VINs, masks, weights, and dive computers will enable our park rangers to independently conduct biophysical monitoring, such as conchs, coral reef, sea turtles, and so forth.
There's a dive computer, so you can dive safely. What we call, what is a regulator. All these put together become a regulator. You have your BCD jackets, the wetsuits, weights. Can't dive without these.
Reduced activity at the park due to the COVID-19 pandemic gave us an excellent opportunity to repair and upgrade our main patrol boat. It was necessary for the Tobago Cays Marine Park to transition to a more fuel-efficient and environmentally friendly patrol operation. This was due to the high consumption of fossil fuels and associated carbon emissions. Additionally, the role of greenhouse gases on the increase in global climate necessitates measures to be taken to reduce carbon emission through a reduction in the consumption of fossil fuel. In October 2020, two brand new 4-stroke 60 horsepower Yamaha engines and accessories were purchased and installed on our main patrol boat. The project aimed to address the high consumption of fossil fuel by replacing the current 2-stroke engines. Our aim is to reduce emission and increase fuel efficiency by at least 20%. The engines would be utilized for the daily patrol to ensure compliance with conservation measures within the marine park, while seeing a reduction in our carbon footprint and fuel cost through the use of these fuel-efficient 4-stroke outboard engines. As part of the project, 4 of our park rangers were recently trained in advanced open water diving. Our park rangers Keith Ron Dorishe, Verony Pope, and Devorn Allen are all now PADI certified advanced open water divers. Our senior park ranger Benjamin Wilson completed the PADI rescue diver course.
The importance of scuba diving and having your staff trained in scuba diving is that it ties into the monitoring part of the whole program and the whole project, because the conch, the sea urchin, all these things are things that you have to scuba dive to be able to measure, for one, and to record the information.
The much anticipated biophysical monitoring training course for our staff at the Tobago Cays Marine Park was conducted in December of 2020. 6 staff members are now certified and can conduct routine biophysical monitoring at the marine park. The training course, theoretical and practical, covered the following components: beach profiling. This provides information that can be used to monitor whether sediments like sand along the sections of the beach being monitored is eroding or accreting, and to quantify the level of change. Participants conducted in-water monitoring for seagrass and sea urchin at 2 of the permanent monitoring sites, and monitor for queen conch at 3 of the permanent monitoring sites within the park. The water quality training covered the areas such as completing data sheets, labeling sample bottles, collecting water samples, and collecting in situ monitoring parameters, for example, temperature and turbidity. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought on some challenging times for us all, but thanks to the SVG Conservation Fund, we now have critically important equipment, tools, and training required for the effective management of the resources within the marine protected area. Our rangers are busy at work. They're protecting the species that make our marine park so special, and to ensure that the Tobago Cays Marine Park remains one of the best places to visit.